here's a look at the events coming up in the neighborhood. And now let's check out the latest legends in NBA 2K20.
The NBA 2K20 neighborhood is your go-to spot to meet up with friends and ball out. But it's also packed with ways you can level up, earn VC, and more. So here's a deep dive into the neighborhood and what you might be missing.
The neighborhood is the spot to compete in NBA 2K20. But if you haven't worked on your My Player, getting a W can be tough. If you know where to go, the neighborhood offers plenty of ways to help you out. If you want to increase the physical attributes of your My Player, then the Gatorade training facility is the place to go. Choose between different workouts that boost your acceleration, speed, stamina, strength, or vertical. You can earn up to +4 on all the attributes, and the boost lasts 7 real-world days. If you get at least +3 on every drill, you'll get a weekly Gatorade Turbo Boost added to your stamina bar. For everyone who wants an immediate boost, just hit up the boost stand in between the Team Pro-Am building and Ante Up. Boost your jump shot, steals, blocks, ball handling, and much more.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting New York Knicks. At point, at 6'3", number 0, Tony White. At the small forward position, standing 6'8", number 22, Otto Porter. Starting at the other forward position, 7 feet, number 24. Starting at center, standing 6'8", number 34, Wendell Carter. Starting at the other guard, at 6'6", number 8, Zach LaVine. The head coach of their home team is Jim Boyle. The starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey Dave.
Well, guys, I spoke with Che about the history he has with Coach Ames. They're falling out at Bay City over an injury to a promising freshman, having to deal with each other in Summer League, during which time Che said they talked it out, and they came to an understanding. And I quote, "The past is the past." Guys?
David, fantastic report, thank you. Greg, you wonder if that conversation has actually made these two tighter, or if it's just kind of a Band-Aid over the existing wound.
You know, I've gotten the sense things weren't completely ironed out during Summer League, but by the end of it, both guys were on the same page.
And now, the New York Knicks starters. The number 1 overall pick in the draft. You know it well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's something that I wanted. You know, Derek Coleman was from Detroit, and 2 years earlier, he was the number 1 pick, and I'd always been a fan of his, so I felt like he was passing the baton, and I had to kind of do what he did. And then Shaquille O'Neal was Rookie of the Year before myself, and the number 1 pick. And so for me, I looked at it as, yeah, a pretty big weight, but the honor was more than the weight, and I was honored to be picked number 1, and I relished in that, and I had teammates that allowed me to flourish in that role.
Now here's White after the miss from Bobby Portis. And he's good on the 3-ball. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Porter takes no time in getting his shot off. When the D is laying off of him, he has no problem pulling right up off the pass.
Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal.
It's on R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Now, here's Satoransky after R.J. Barrett's miss. Satoransky, bounce pass. Here's Young. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Gibson. That one's off, still out of sync.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Here's Satoransky. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's the Wizard. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
And let's take a look at some numbers for LaVine. He's around 31 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
The Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. Satoransky. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Rivera, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first.
Yeah, Kevin, and last season, the Bulls making a deadline deal for Otto Porter. I mean, they were doing what they could to add to their youth core. They have quite a number of very young contributors.
NC Webb guys like LaVine and Carter, Markkanen, and Porter make up the core of this Bulls team.
Yeah, Kevin, and the Bulls were the 2nd youngest team in the league last year. I mean, I know they're rebuilding and looking to the future. I mean, they have talent. It's just a matter of growing the right way.
Now, here's Satoransky. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Count the basket.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Now the pass to Valentine. Now LaVine takes the 3, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
And really setting the tone early with their 3-point shooting.
Knicks trail by 11. Here's the Wizard. Pass to Trier. Here's the Wizard. New York moving it around. No good from Gibson.
And the activity he shows around the rim.
What a finish!
Bring that back. I want to see the replay now. Got to give LaVine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
Here's Rivera, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. And you look at the Wizards, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
And the first one at the line is good. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Shrimp. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the breaker. Whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
To the paint. Gibson passes to Rivera. Now Gibson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 4 on the clock. The dish now to Murray. From deep. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, but the fact they came so close, you got to admit it's impressive. I mean, most teams on an off night like that wouldn't have been anywhere near the lead.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Rivera. No good, unable to end this run. So for New York, their last game, a win against Cleveland.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
And so here is New York after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And it's blocked. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 11.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's the Wizard, guarded by Levine. Outside Gibson. Pass to Rivera. Here's Trier. No points in the game yet for him. Pulls up. New York, no good that time either.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. It's Chicago running away with it.
Is you thinking I'm jumping the leak in the league?
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Valentine out there with Young. And it's Gafford in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. The Bulls leading by 22. Now, here's Satoransky. And Gibson over to help to the middle. Shots good by Gafford. 6 points for him.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's the Wizard. Satoransky covering. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Randall's checked in.
Julius Randle.
And the Knicks with possession here. And there's the feed to Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Murray. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Gafford.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Here's Rivera. Feeds it to Gibson. There's the pass to Rivera. The rebound by Young. Young's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Valentine kicks to Satoransky. Dishes it to Levine. shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, Kev, with the competitive nature of Zach LaVine is what drives him. I mean, he spoke up more for and against his team last season as they had a rough go in the standings.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. LaVine can't hit. And with LaVine, Chris, as you said, he was very frustrated with the losing last year.
Yeah, but you'd rather have a player who is vocal about it than one who doesn't care. LaVine has the talent and mentality to be a star for this team and is desperate to make them a winner.
And that one is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spend far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful tonight.
Rivera, the pass to Robinson. No good on the shot.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Markkanen trying to break loose. Got it. Nice one there from LaVine. LaVine's got 17.
And the wily strength of LaVine. I mean, he does a great job fending off the defense on the way up.
Randall against Markkanen. Fades back. Markkanen pulls it in.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizards.
Personal.
Young outside. And here is Satoransky. Six to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Taj Gibson picks one up. And not many checks in the NBA, but C-Web, Thomas Satoransky leading the way on that front.
Yeah. Best player from a country that is having a golden age for their national team. Satoransky, I mean, he said that he was very proud to represent the Czechs in the NBA. He's doing a great job at it.
Pass to Trier. Up top, Portis, defended by Young. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Barrett.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Passes it to Satoransky. To the inside, White. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. White's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Pass to Trier. 1:10 left in the first half of basketball. And the pass to Rivera. Trying to get something going, and it's good on the layup. The Wizards got 5 points so far.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Got a hand on it. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. Passes it to Rivera. Outside Portis. Pass to Barrett. New York moving the ball around. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Gibson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For New York, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
Taj Gibson taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To shoot to the left side wing. White, wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. And so it's the Chicago Bulls.
Feel like I'm pimping, I'm standing and tall. I'm on a mission and finish them all. Special edition, I got them appalled. No friends, I be feeling alone. Won't be hitting my phone. Baby fakes, I can see they the clone. Don't need them, did it all on my own. Work hard, had to get in my zone. Get in my zone.
Yo, listen up. Obviously, we're not playing great, but if we clean it up a little bit, we can get back on track.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Steve's changing it up here. Here's the Wizard. He's got 5. It's deflected. Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Ntilikina. Portis is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's the Wizard. And it's Dotson in at the 3. Rivera the pass to Dotson. Here's the Wizard. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Poked loose from deep 3-point range. Portis can't get it to go. The Bulls shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Here's Levine. Lays it up and banks it in. Levine's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Levine is such an explosive player. He's able to fight through the contact and get it to go.
Here's the Wizard. Satoransky covering. Rivera the pass to Gibson. Here's the Wizard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. There's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. And Chris, how much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against grown men. Just physically, your body hasn't been able to catch up. How do you handle the travel, being away from your family? Many times this guy's first time being away from their families that long. So it is a maturity process. But at the same time, there's only such a few. And if you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
Pass to Trier. Now here's Gibson. Back to Trier. Bucket is good. Trier's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Outside, Levine. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
You know, back in 2017, Zach LaVine tore his ACL, ended a promising season with Minnesota. That offseason, while rehabbing, LaVine was traded to the Bulls, but he used both events to fuel his career.
Rivera the pass to Dotson. Lets it go with a 3. No good, shot missing. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Down low. Here's Levine. It's deflected. Outside Portis. The pass to Rivera. Back to Portis. Passes to Trier. that shot off. Nice D from Levine. And Chicago shooting it really well. 54% for the floor.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
The Knicks shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. To the middle, stolen by Satoransky. And here we go. Levine heading to the hoop. Goes back up. He lays it in. Gafford's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass. Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Pass to Levine. On the money from 12 feet away. Levine's got 16 here in the second half.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Here's the Wizard. He's got 6. Dotson gets the bucket. Dotson's got 8 points.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Portis brings the double team. The 3 from Valentine. The Knicks pull it in. Gibson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Rivera. To the wing right side. Back to Portis. Some nice passing by New York here. Clock at 4. No good from Gibson. And here's Levine who brings it up for Chicago. And Young slams it home. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Trier in the corner. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Young's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Showing off the entire arsenal right now. Levine's so outstanding and scoring in a multitude of ways.
The pass to Dotson. Shoots it up. Chicago grabs the miss. Valentine with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Outside, Levine. It'll count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Chicago with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. Armas of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Markkanen comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Levine's checked in for Harrison, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. And then for New York, Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Rondo comes in for Portis, and it's the Wizard in for Alonzo Trier.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Young in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Randall drilled from 11 feet out.
Hey, the key is confidence, which is exactly what Randall displayed there, taking and connecting.
Out to the wing. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, and a miss there on the triple. The Knicks shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Passes it to Rivera. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh,
Good
yeah,
for
I'm
you.
excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
So both teams making some changes here. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Murray against Dunn. In the corner, it's Levine. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Levine's got 40 points.
And the three-pointers is becoming a weapon for him now. You can see it. I mean, this is his second of this half, third overall.
Here's Rivera. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Harrison comes in for Young. Both free throws good from Rivera. Chicago's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Here's Dunn. Here's Hutchison. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his 5th personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. You throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun.
You got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Here's Levine. He can't hit that time. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Cornett. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for New York, Sarge. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty, missing both. The Bulls shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Levine wide open. And again, Chicago, no good. The Knicks shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Pass to Rivera. Inside, and Robinson throws it down.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting at 51%. Really solid. Pass to Levine. Back to Dunn. Here's Cornett. The pass to Hutchison. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach LaVine.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
Robinson, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Young's checked in for the Bulls.
Thaddeus Young.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dunn passes to Young. Dunn looking over the floor. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Appreciated it, and we saw at times stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.